You're watching Samuel Goodwin on YouTube, and recently I have almost got to where I can do horizontal yo-yo tricks. Horizontal is like a special class of yo-yo trick because most yo-yo tricks involve the yo-yo spinning this way, where the string relative to the yo-yo is either going to be above or below the yo-yo. Lots of tricks involve the yo-yo resting on string, and while it's spinning, it'll balance, and it can stay like that, and you can do stuff and move it around. But horizontal means that it's like this, and now it can't rest on the string ever. Every trick that you can do is then a bit harder because the yo-yo has to stay moving. If it's on the string like this and you stop moving, then gravity will pull it down, and then it'll just fall right off the string. For normal vertical tricks, gravity will just let it sit on the string, and then you have a chance to figure out what you're doing, remember what the next step is, pause to show that you made the string really complicated or something. But with horizontal, you can't do any of that, and you just have to go. And you have to keep moving from the time you throw it until the time that you receive it. Otherwise, it's just going to drop out of the string, and probably that's not what you want. So because this is brand new and also very difficult, my goal is fairly basic. I just want to be able to throw, get to a horizontal trapeze, which would be basically this, only horizontally, and from there be able to get it to where I can bind it and get it back to my hand. And if I could do that reliably horizontally, I would feel really special. At this point, I've gotten to where I can do it, but my success rate is about maybe once in about an hour. So we're working on it. I'm getting better. I thought I would show you some of what I'm doing to practice it, and you can see how difficult it really is. And maybe while we're at it, I can share some tips that I found that were helpful that a lot of these tutorials for horizontal don't always necessarily mention. So right off the bat, important step, take off your watch. Because when you're throwing and you're doing stuff, the chances of it coming back and whacking into your watch are pretty high, and either your watch or your yo-yo is going to get banged up, and we can just avoid that unnecessary step by taking the watch off. You also don't wash your face. This is going to involve a lot of the yo-yo moving towards your face, and so be ready to duck or something. So far I haven't managed to hit my face, but I've definitely seen pictures of people who have cuts even where they were hit in the face so hard. Second thing that's going to be helpful is make your string a lot shorter than you normally would. If you're a member of the long string club and you complain that the string maker that you like doesn't make the string long enough, that's definitely going to be a lot harder for here. The shorter the string is, the easier it is to keep control of it. And I found that I generally just enjoy using shorter string even for normal tricks. I just got used to it now. Initially, all I'm trying to do is do this and this, only do that horizontally. No! But while I found that I could do that, it's actually making things weirdly a little bit hard on yourself, because when you get to here, the yo-yo stops moving to then change direction to be able to come back that way. And you don't want that, because we don't want it to stop moving if we can avoid that. So I found that there's this trick called the mobius maneuver, which is a way to get from the yo-yo being on this side of the string to this side of the string where you can bind it without having to just stop and bounce it back the other way, which looks like this. Technically, you could just keep doing that and not actually end it in a bind and just repeat it over and over again. And hopefully one day I will be so comfortable with horizontal that I can do that horizontally and just keep going until I feel like stopping. But for now, we're just trying to get one repetition. So not the greatest there, the bind was a little sloppy, but it totally worked. Because I'm brand new to this and I'm pretty garbage at it, I'm being very forgiving with myself about what counts as good. The yo-yo is not going to stay perfectly horizontal the whole time. It's going to start to tilt because I'm not very precise. And I'm okay with that, for now at least. So if I can bind it before it gets past 45 degrees or so, and it's not totally back to being regularly vertical, I count that as a win. It's important to remember this is one of those tricks that are very hard, I think. I know a lot of people who've been yo-yoing for years and can do some very complicated technical stuff that I can't do yet, and still they have trouble with doing anything horizontally. So you need to be really forgiving to yourself and give yourself the opportunity to figure out. Keep in mind this is going to take time. So maybe work on this for time and put some effort into it, but also maybe also learn some easier trick on the side so you can still feel like you're doing something, because this might take a while. I've been working on this for the last 2 months or so at least, fairly seriously, and this is still like as far as I've gotten. Sometimes when I'm practicing this and I can't get it, and I've tried for a little while, I just need to do a few other tricks that I actually know how to do for a little bit, just to remind myself that I do know how a yo-yo works. It's just this one trick I'm having trouble with. Yeah, stuff like that. That almost counted, but it was basically vertical by the time I got it to bind. But at least I got it to bind and I don't have to wind it up again. That too, same thing. I'm not very good at this at all, but conveniently I am very good at not giving up. So eventually I will be at least decent at this. See, I can yo-yo, I just can't always do the thing I'm trying to do. Yeah, sometimes I just totally forget what I'm doing and my hands just do some random crap that's not it. And it does not work. There. Not the cleanest bind. But not a knot, so yeah. So that's how far I've gotten. If you are better at horizontal and you see something I'm doing wrong, please let me know. Post in the comments, whatever, and say, hey, you're doing this badly and you're bad at it. If you have something more to say than just that I'm bad at it, I would love to hear it, because I already know I'm pretty bad at it. But if you've got tips, I will take your tips. And if you're also trying to do horizontal, or maybe you're thinking about getting started, you should totally do it, and let me know how it goes. Otherwise, I hope that you're taking care of yourself, and you go outside and get some sunlight on your face and some fresh air, at least walk around a little bit or something, and drink a bunch of water, and we'll see you next weekend.